telling him my iPhone 6 Plus comes with screen protector.
This man who asked to be called Evan shows us the cell phone ad he placed on the popular app OfferUp to sell an iPhone. But instead of getting cash from the buyer, Evan says he got maced in the face.
It's just a burning feeling. It's pretty bad. I would recommend no one mess with mace. It definitely is it'll stop someone, that's for sure.
Evan tells us after he was maced in this Clintonville supermarket lot, the bogus buyer and a female accomplice grabbed his phone and his cash and took off running. Evan ran after them, but they got away.
Him and the girl has definitely done it before, I'm sure. Just the way they were, it was too planned.
Evan says he thought he followed all the rules when using social media to sell his phone. He checked the buyer's reviews and ratings and met in a public place with lots of people. Columbus police now investigating the holdup.
I know I won't get my iPhone back, so it is, but it would be good if they caught him so they don't do it again.
Oh boy.
Sean Wetzel stands at the edge of his father's fresh grave with painful words.
Rest in peace. Someday we'll find your wife, or at least know what happened to her.
Wetzel says his father is buried at Community Garden Cemetery, where his mom's remains should be.
She's supposed to be on this side, he's supposed to be on the left side.
Wetzel says unbelievable news came days before his father's funeral from those who manage the cemetery.
No vault, no body, casket, you name it. And they said they probed there, here, there, off to the sides.
Wetzel was 17 years old when his mother, Linda, died of breast cancer in August 1986 at 37 years old.
I remember how those steps came up. It was exactly right here in this spot.
Shoot Wiley Funeral Home is named on Linda Wetzel's death certificate. Wetzel says the cemetery was under a different name and different owner.
The whole 30 years I've been coming up here, putting stuff on her headstone, and come find out her body's, her vault and everything is nowhere.
His father served 3 tours in Vietnam with the Marines before joining the Ohio National Guard. He last visited his wife's gravesite on Mother's Day.
He would have been devastated if they would have said this while he was alive.
Wetzel promised to solve the mystery, his parting words to his mother's headstone.
Someday we'll find you, or at least know what happened to you. I ain't gonna rest till I find out.
Tara Morgan, Fox 28 News.
$20 is not that much money to kill someone.
This cab driver, who we are calling Jonah, tells us that's exactly how he thought his life was going to end last week, when a passenger got into his yellow cab while he was parked at a West Side shopping plaza and then shoved a gun in his face.
He acted like he's gonna take money from his pocket like that. And then he said, hey, give me $20, I'll shoot you right now.
Cab security cameras snapped photos of the suspect shortly after he got into the taxi and asked to be driven to Mount Carmel West Hospital. But when Jonah told the crook he did not have his wallet with him, police say the suspect bolted from the cab after stealing Jonah's cell phone.
That might be his job, like, it wasn't his first time.
Now this cab driver is sending a word of warning out to other drivers. Be on the lookout for a thief posing as a passenger who has some pretty unique facial features.
The face was tattooed everywhere. He had tattoo everywhere, and I mean, it was kind of scary.
Jonah, who immigrated here from the west coast of Africa, was back on the job the very next night, telling us his run-in with the gunman is not enough to keep him from behind the wheel.
I'm gonna, give up now. It's my job, I love it.
I'll take this here.
Marie Winbush is a fanatic when it comes to decorating. She goes over the top for Christmas.
I have a Paris theme with the Florida theme and the reindeers, and I decorate my cars.
This time of year, a sports theme.
And I spell out Michigan.
This 73-year-old, a born and bred Buckeye with a rivalry spelled out on her front lawn.
My heart is Michigan.
Blue flower pots on one side, scarlet on the other. Her yard off McGuffey Road in North Linden, big enough to show Ohio State some love.
My house is divided.
Winbush roots for that team up north. Most of her family are diehard Buckeyes.
Sometimes they tell me I'm wearing the wrong shirt or something.
Her blood, sweat, tears, and heart went into this display.
I started inside at night. I'd be up to 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning tracing out my letters.
She's not looking for bitter trash talk, only smiles.
I don't know, a home run from a touchdown. I just like to get the people going and the morale and stuff.
Especially from neighborhood children.
Go Blue! Go Bucks!
Even though she's head to toe in scarlet and gray going into the season opener.
The first game, it will be the Buckeyes.
Come November,
I go on the other side. That's my side, house divided.
no worries here about bad blood.
I watch out and stuff, but I have alarms in the yard.
Only when Mother Nature goes for a tackle.
There they go. Oh, that means we're going to lose. No. It doesn't matter. Both of them side went down.
My nephew lost his life over a turf war. It's unnecessary and it needs to stop.
An emotionally charged message from Deontay Fisher's family. They believe his death was gang-related.
People are dying every day. Children are getting killed every day for no reason. We pray for these babies right here.
I never thought that I'd be having a candlelight for my son.
His mother, Judith Huntley, says she was inside the Express Mart on East 5th and Peters Avenues, and her kids were in the car during the shooting.
Like, my 5-year-old son got shot. My daughter seen everything. Now I gotta explain to them why they can't see their brother. And it's stupid.
The children were with a family friend who was also injured. Mom says she came out, saw bullet holes in the car, and Deontay lying there.
I sat in his parking lot screaming and hollering, telling my son that he was gonna make it and everything would be okay. On the way to Children's, I kept telling myself it's gonna be okay, man.
But tonight, Huntley can take comfort knowing her other little one survived. 4-year-old Sanaya recovering after being hit in the arm by shrapnel. Dakota, a year older, also okay.
He has to live with this for the rest of his life.
Now the family remembers happy times with Deontay, priceless moments captured on video. Going forward, Huntley and family lean on each other and their faith.
And we give it to Jesus right now, period. Amen, that's all I gotta say.
And I'm sorry I'm crying, but they don't have any idea what they've done.
This Labor Day celebration bittersweet for Melissa Martin. Her heart still aching after someone stole her dog, Axel Jax, from her house on Gladys Road.
I walked up on my porch and my door was kicked in. Well, I knew not to go in there.
When she finally did, she found her TVs, a computer, Axel, his carrier, and dog food gone. The 15-week-old pooch was in puppy classes, training to be a therapy dog.
My dream was to be able to go to Children's Hospital at Christmas time because he was so loving.
Don't you get that button.
Martin considers her loving dog family. She has no kids or grandkids and finds it hard sleeping through the night, hoping he's okay.
I just wonder where he's at, who's got him, and is he being taken care of? Is he hungry? Is he cold?
Now, she and family members putting together a reward.
We want Axel back!
Hoping the person who has him eventually finds it in their heart to bring him back.
That puppy will never, ever mean to you what it means to me.
I'm James Jackson, Fox 28 News. On a day that's supposed to be festive, a day for fun, togetherness in a time of tragedy. Students return for this pep rally while supporting the water polo team.
Our community has endured much loss over the last few years, and most recently the loss of a 2015 graduate.
The crash taking a toll on freshman football player Jacob Kessler. He knows the family of 2 of the people in the accident.
It's a really sad event that happened a few days ago. We're all coming together as one, trying to overcome this adversity, and just becoming a team more and more every day.
Students giving out these blue ribbons in honor of the team. At the front door, a donation bucket for people to give money. kids hanging up paper hearts in the halls.
We're hoping that this will be a place that they can all come together and show support for the teams, the athletes, and for the families involved.
Elizabeth Lilly, friends with many of the girls, came from Olentangy Liberty. Their swim team made this poster with everyone signing it.
Just makes me feel really honored that I got to know these girls and that I got to know especially Courtney. She was really an inspirational and a really great person.
Now, hundreds share in that inspiration on a day still festive, prepping for a school year like no other.
We are Kilbourne proud and forever Worthington strong.
You strong? You strong? Give me a love tap. Give me some.
Tabitha Little and her 11-year-old grandson, Jordan Cooper, make the most of each day.
I wake up clowning and joking and playing and jumping around his bed.
Life has never been the same since Jordan was involved in a January 2013 car crash with his mother in West Columbus that nearly claimed the boy's life. She says his 24-year-old mother was high behind the wheel when she lost control and rolled her SUV.
The mother was on an abundant amount of drugs, including heroin, Suboxone, cocaine.
While mom had only minor injuries, for Jordan, a different story.
He was ejected 80 feet. The squad came. By the time Jordan got to the hospital, they had to cut off the whole right side of his head.
Jordan spent 4 months in Nationwide Children's Hospital undergoing dozens of surgeries. He most recently had back surgery in August that left him unable to move for weeks.
He may never walk, even though we got him a walking device. He may never be able to use it adequately. He may never have a job. He may never have a wife. Nope, deep breath. Your honker's going off. Deep breath. There you go. Good job.
Grandma has full custody of the boy as her daughter continues to battle her opioid addiction.
She is the same place she was when she wrecked Jordan. I've seen what it does to other people, and I see the effects of it every day, 24/7. Say, go Buckeyes. You gonna coach a game? Yeah? You gonna coach a game this weekend?
She says Jordan's future is still unclear, but hopes that he can run and play football like he did before that terrible day. She won't ever give up on him and pray that people learn what addiction can do.
If I could talk one complete stranger out of doing heroin or any kind of Suboxone or anything that could do this to your kid.
He came in through the front door and then started systematically just hitting people with a machete.
Karen Bass was having dinner inside the Nazareth Mediterranean Cuisine restaurant when it started.
A man came in and started beating up on a man, and I thought it was a personal thing, and then he just started down the row hitting everybody with something, I don't know, people were bleeding.
She says the attacker went after customers, then made his way to the back kitchen where he aimed for employees.
When I saw him start hitting people, I ran out, but I kept falling, but I got away.
Karen's husband got a frantic cell phone call from his wife. Then he bolted from his office just to make sure that she made it out.
There's blood all over inside the restaurant there.
Mickey Zakis has been a bookkeeper for the restaurant for years.
I'm sick. I'm just sick to my stomach right now.
Now she and others are trying to understand why someone would ever target their hate and rage here.
It's been around for 27 years. Fabulous food, wonderful owner. Just an amazing place.
Oh, and then the logo? Kyle Nestor says his mom Tammy meant the world to he and his little sister.
She was a really good mom, and she was always doing her best to make sure we had everything we needed.
As tough as it was after the 46-year-old died suddenly last Thursday, he says he was ready to get back to class at Groveport Madison Senior High School.
Kind of wanted to just get my mind off of it, keep busy. Didn't want to get too far behind in school.
That loss comes just 14 months after his 42-year-old father, Roy, died on Christmas Eve 2015.
It's a little different.
It's a day that his football coach says he won't ever forget.
My whole family was getting up and we're getting ready to celebrate Christmas, and you get this text. I was crushed. I was heartbroken for him.
The honor student athlete is now making sure that both he and his 15-year-old sister, Madison, are never far apart.
I'm going to try and take guardianship of her and just make sure she gets through high school okay and has everything she needs and through college and everything.
Kyle says his grandparents live about 2 hours away. He says they support his decision to become a father figure and keep the siblings together.
I mean, she's all I got left, so I mean, I gotta do everything I can for her.
His family is working to get him connected with the legal help to make it happen.
He's going to be a great dad to his sister. He's going to get married and have kids, and he's going to be a great dad to them.
Until that time, loved ones who know Kyle and his sister will stand by their side.
The pain's not going to go away immediately, but it's going to be something that he's going to be able to overcome.
As he tries to pick up after mom and dad were taken so fast.
I mean, I know it's not going to be easy, but I know that I have the whole community behind me and everything, so I think that'll help a lot. 'Cause, you know, they say it takes a village to raise a kid.
Rob Wells, ABC 6 News.